drawing from observation. So boys and girls, today we're going to learn how to draw from observation, and what you're going to look at are plants. Now the best option is to have a real plant, and what you could do is you could go outside and pick a plant, pick some leaves, a branch that you find, or you can take plants like I have. These, I'm rooting these, and so they're actually in water, and this one is a plant that I have at my house, even though it looks fake. It's a real plant. But I'm going to turn it sideways so you can see it the way I would look at it when I'm drawing. So how do you draw from observation? Well, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to pick a part somewhere on the plant. You see where I'm pointing? I'm going to pick somewhere on here to focus. And see this part right here? That's what I'm going to look at. So I'm going to draw that one little, I guess they're called leaves on this. All right, now that's the shape of it, but I also want to get the details of these little circle-y things that are the white parts on it, because they change as the leaf goes down. They actually start from little dots and then they turn into little dashes. Well, these are the kind of details that I want to remember as I am drawing this, and this is an important thing to include when you are drawing from observation. So that's one. And now what happens is it gets interrupted by, you see this one right here comes around here and it comes up, but that one I don't see the whole thing because right here is this little one. So he's getting in the way now, and I'm going to come around here. I'm going to complete this one, and I'm going to then put some of the little dots. Now this one, the little dots are actually sticking out and they're on the edge right the way it is, and then they come around through here, and they almost look like a line, and then there's a couple of other kind of lines, and then I go to this one and I'm going to look at it and I'm concentrating on what it looks like. It's not a rush. I don't want to finish the whole plant. That's not important. What I really want to do is get the general idea for what the plant looks like. Now I can continue on this, and here comes the tricky part. I'm right on that part right there. And if you could see, it's actually sticking out at me. It's coming up. So that's a tricky one. I've really got to focus on what it looks like from this point coming at me. And then part of it is missing. Now, the pot is not important, so don't draw the pot, but draw the plant for what you can see, okay? So here is the plant. Here is a little bit more. And now I have, remember I was there, so now I'm on this one. I'm coming back around. This one starts way over here, and this fat little one goes around like this. And then I have, look, there's a little bit of dead in there, so I'm going to include that dead piece. That's important because it makes it realistic. If you ever looked at some of the silk plants that people have, they actually, the designers of those plants will actually include dead pieces or little imperfections on the leaves to make it look realistic, because to have a plant that has all perfect leaves, people are going to immediately look at it and go, oh, it's fake, which is kind of funny, right? Because that's your goal when you're growing a plant, to have one that looks perfect, and yet when they design these plants, they make imperfections in them to make them look realistic. So there's the one, and I would continue, and then I will go back from, this is my important one, so from there I'm going to now do the next one, which comes up here and around here. All right, and I will continue adding the parts. So that's one plant. Now I'll get a new sketch paper, and I'm going to look at a new plant. I'm going to look at this plant. I'm going to look at this one right here. All right, so what might make it easier is if I take it, I'm going to take it out of the water because I don't need the water right now, and I can look at it just like that. So I'm going to look at that plant. I'm going to start right here on the stem, and I'm going to draw the stem, and that stem has a little fat part, and then from that fat part is my leaf, and it comes down, curls, comes around. Now don't get distracted that it has colors, that it has purple on it. Really what you want to do is draw the variation lines to show yourself where are the lines of where it changed color. If you want afterwards, you could add color, but you will remember that it had color of purples. You could also change those colors later. Let me get this pencil out of my way. It's kind of distracting me from this this leaf. And this leaf curls. This is a little tricky, all right? It goes like this. I see it come down to a point. It comes around like that, and it goes back over here like this. Now under here is a little bit darker. I really can't see any details, so I'm just going to shade it in a little bit. And here I have some other colors showing. Coming back up, going up here, I'm looking at that leaf, and it comes around. This one's really tricky because some of them are showing me the sides and some of them are showing me the front. Now I made a mistake on that, right? I didn't capture the right shape. So big deal. I erase it. All right. If you totally blew it, then you can just get another piece of paper. This is just practice paper, sketch paper, blank pieces of paper that we're drawing on. If you have a sketchbook, this is a great thing to put in a sketchbook because these collections of drawings, you can use them for other things in the future. They're really good. Art sparkers, which when one day you're like, oh, I wish I could think of something to draw or make a picture of. Well, you look in your sketchbook at some ideas that you've been drawing, like this study of different plants, and maybe you'll make a painting out of that, or a picture, or use the shapes to make a sculpture or something. So a sketchbook is an excellent place to collect sketches, keep them all in one place, and use them. Definitely, if you have a sketchbook, hang on to it, because in 3rd grade, we actually use sketchbooks all the time. And we keep our artwork in there, our practices in there for other ideas, and we use it in 3rd and 4th grade. All right, so here is this plant, pretty close, right? Pretty close, and I am done. So that was a quick sketch, it wasn't too hard, and now I'm ready to do another one. Here's my other plant, all right? Take it out. I'm going to then get a new piece of paper, and I'm going to look at this one and start drawing it. This one I'm going to start down here, and I'm going to begin drawing it, and I'm drawing that really skinny vein that came out right here, and then I'm going to go for this one. And at this point, I'm going to sign off and send you on your way. I would like you to please draw 4 to 6 sketches of different plants, and you can use any kind of plant that you are available. Hey, really, you could go in your refrigerator, and if you have lettuce in there, get a bunch of lettuce. You could use broccoli if you want. You can go in, if you were lucky enough to have a carrot with the greens on them, draw that. You can use any kind of plant that you would like to use. I highly recommend that they are live and that you use them through observation. Observation means you are looking at it and you are drawing what you see. Don't make it up. You are drawing what you see. I look forward to seeing your drawings. We're going to use them for our jungle pictures in the future. So hang on to these sketches. Looking at plants, you're going to draw them. You're looking to draw them detailed and what you see. Do not draw the pot of the plant it is in. That is not important. If you want to add color to your drawings, that is fine. We will use these drawings for a big project, so keep them in a safe place.